That cover alone makes me want to buy a lot of copies of this.
And most people won't even know about that. But see, if you're a listener to Is It Canon, you are in so much fucking trouble.
I don't know what she's about to drop on me. Oh. So what had happened was...
My next trip is coming up. I'm decided to go to...
Yes!
Just for a day. I booked a ticket just for Saturday. I'm going to drive up there. It's 4 hours. And yes, I signed up for...
I hate driving. And this book, so far, has me so hooked. I'm looking forward to driving.
Like, nobody's inventing the wheel anymore when it comes to stories. It's really about, like, how can you set a certain premise up that it's engaging for others. You know, that you want to read, that it's funny, that it's like you want to keep going with the story.
I am officially bringing back the Teacher Collector Corner.
Let's go!
Just got this in. A little bit of a story
that's
to it.
Old school shit, like the whole thing.
It's 1988 from a cereal box. Welcome back to Is It Canon? My name is Tom, that is Anne, and we are here in between issues once again, which we are no stranger to. Last week we discussed the return of VeeFriends Comics in Shell's Kitchen, issue number 18. And we are looking forward to issue 19 going on sale this week.
Yes, I just looked it up again. So today, when this comes out on Wednesday, is holder sale, and tomorrow is public release. So if you are a holder, get your comics today, guys. You know what happened last time.
And man, what a night we had on Monday, ripping 300 comics. Can you believe that crazy hit we got? Wild. We are recording this before we did that show. So I would love to say tune in tonight, but you guys have already seen it.
If you don't, watch it back.
And hopefully there's a bunch of new people here because of that stream that are listening for the very first time. So again, I'm Tom and that's Anne. And we talk basically anything VeeFriends related. We try to keep topical with their comics mainly, but also we have now branched out into pop culture, anything in the space that is somewhat related to either Web3 VeeFriends stuff or comic book movie stuff. So hopefully we can cast a wide net.
Have you seen some of the responses to 18? Like, I'm surprised. I've seen quite a few people talk about how funny it was. Like last week when we recorded, a lot of people didn't have it yet in their hand and hadn't had a chance to like read it yet. But I've seen quite a few people like just really liking certain characters and just being surprised by like
Oyster.
Yeah, and stuff like that. So I loved seeing more of people actually reading it and talking about it. I want to see more of that.
Yeah, you know what? I think, sometimes I go back and forth on, do I want someone to listen to this episode, to our episodes, before they get the comic? Because we do get spoilery in it. And so, I don't want to ruin a comic for anyone by going through it. However, I do feel that anyone who's new to the comic genre, medium, whatever, they might read a story and be like unfulfilled by it and be like, I don't get it. And listening to us break it down ahead of time so that when they go into it, they have at least like, oh, here's how I'm supposed to enjoy it. Here's how I'm supposed to read it. Here's how, if Tom and Ann felt that way, then, not that I want to influence anyone, which no one should be influenced by me. But I think I like that way better. And so maybe even when we discuss a comic, I should have brought this up to you off recording. But maybe while we go through it, we could say favorite, but any plot points that could be, if there was a surprise twist ending or anything like that, maybe we'll try to avoid it. I don't know. We're still workshopping it, but let us know in the comments what you think. Because I'd hate for someone to read it and be like, I don't like comics or I don't like VeeFriends Comics. And then even if they listen to us and try to get and hear our opinions, but they still have their own preconceived notions of it and they're not going to give it another chance. It'd be more fulfilling to know that someone may have not liked it, heard us, and then gave it another chance and now likes it. That's, to me, the pinnacle of anything we could do.
Yeah. I think most people who listen to us either way have read it and now want to hear our opinion,
Mm-hmm.
or want to hear like, is it worth reading? And I think then they're okay hearing some spoilers, because I think
Right.
if I see somebody's excitement about a movie or anything, it makes me want to watch it more or like read something
Correct.
more. So I think,
Right.
and then from there on out, they know that we will have spoilers in it. Then
Yes.
they know to just read first and then come here. So I
Right.
think it's okay to talk about what we liked, what we didn't like, and go into detail into it.
Yeah, I think, but I think I like the idea of having it like we did with Shells. We had it before maybe some other people got it delivered. We shared our episode even before and if they listened to us before they read it, they're going in with some ideas
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that they like so that there's not the first read through of I didn't like it and then they have to they have to give it another chance because reading
Mm-hmm.
something that you've already read might be like, well, why would I spend time reading something I've already read when there's so much to read and catch
Mm-hmm.
up on? You know what I mean? So I would love to kind of get ahead of that so that when they read
Sure.
it the first time, they like it the first time. Not that they wouldn't, because I think these comics stand on them that they don't need us to for someone to
Yep.
like it. I just think that, giving our perspective or our review of it um, may enhance their
Experience.
experience.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Also, like what happened to the bracket we put out, guys? Like,
Very disappointing in everyone.
I'm like,
Here's the listen. We agreed on who, like we didn't plan that. We didn't discuss ahead of time. Nothing. So we both came to Wendy being the winner. Like we agreed on that.
yep.
I'm not mad that Wendy didn't win. I'm not. I could see how Slips could beat Wendy. I can see how some of those things. I can see. I'm like, listen, this is a toss up. It's a.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad if someone should. Cynical Cat sucked. Why did it make it so fun? Like I don't. It wasn't that good of a character. But I think people were clouded. Like Rare Robot made it further than should have because I don't think they just saw Rare Robot and clicked it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you put issue 1 only.
Yeah.
Billboard. And it
Some,
didn't like I feel like people couldn't get past the what an awesome character it was in issue 10, which was excluded.
I think it was Alex who wrote to him one of the comments, and I agree with him. I think there's people who voted who have actually not read the comics.
For sure.
Who just
based
like,
it
okay,
on-
how big this character is in VeeFriends versus comics, and that was not the question. Like,
That's right.
we agree, like Cynical Cat is a big part of VeeFriends and might play into different, but when it comes to the actual side character, that just wasn't there.
And I don't remember who went, but like Big Ed didn't make it far.
Yeah,
And
it was
it's
like,
because people don't know who he is if you don't read, right?
or if they read, it's been a really long time. If you don't reread them or talk about them, he is an issue, and not even most people haven't even read issue 1A, so they haven't even seen the story, and they probably forgot who he was.
Right.
The thing is too, like I put in, I don't know why X does that. You can, when you make the voting thing, you can put in pictures. I actually had pictures for each of them, and then X wouldn't show it. It's like, no, nobody knows what that is.
Right.
It's like, people, come on.
Grandpa in issue 5 didn't make it far. You know what I mean? Listen, I can understand someone not reading it and just clicking it and all that, but I think this week's bracket, will be different because it's not based on popularity of a character, even if you haven't read. They can base it on a visual of I don't know if you want to disclose. I think we're going to do a covers bracket. I'm just going to say it.
Yep.
Today will be a covers bracket. So that's on the agenda today. And you said you had a couple things to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to announce something. I am officially bringing back the Teacher Collector Corner.
Let's go! Which is pre my time. Like, I've seen parts of it from like old like YouTube videos or like Twitch videos, but it's been pre my time.
Well, yeah, it is pre-in. So let's just clarify. It's going to live on Is It Canon, and basically it's just going to be the segment where I talk about either stuff that I'm collecting, like I have a cool item that I found and bought and got in today, actually, as well as the stuff when we talk about movies, what I've watched, what I've read, because I have some cool stuff. So that is going to be a much more regular segment, and I'm excited about it.
Me too. I see your shelf is getting more and more decked out.
Yes,
There's a lot more on there.
there
That's
is.
really cool.
There is, and I'm really having fun with the video game, mainly Zelda collecting. It's been very fun. I'm learning a ton. The thing that I'm going to show today is Zelda related. I didn't know it existed, but as soon as I found it, I went, well, I need that. It wasn't like I've been waiting and waiting. I learned about it and I went, cool. Looked at recent comps and went for it. So I'll get into that when we get into that segment. So I just wanted to, we're going to call it that. I'm not bringing back a solo stream or anything like that. It's just going to live in here.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited you bring back old school stuff that actually got you into the space and like got you started streaming.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it. Two things. There's a couple more things, but my next trip is coming up. I'm decided to go to Rose City Comic Con in Portland.
Yes.
Just for a day. I booked a ticket just for Saturday. I'm going to drive up there. It's 4 hours. And yes, I signed up for Brian Michael Bendis' class on how to write comics. I'm not planning on writing comics, but I think a lot of comic writing has to do also with storytelling. And I feel like that's part of my job anyways. So I feel like I like learning from other people and disciplines that I can then apply to what I'm doing anyways. And I feel like it gives you a different, like right now I feel like I'm learning comics from the outside in, like how to read, like and all that stuff, and like that I feel like gives me a perspective from the inside out. How does a comic writer think? And like so
I'm super jealous.
Yeah, I mean the thing is too, like I didn't know him at all before. You talked about him, and so I followed him on Instagram, and two weeks ago after we recorded, because I looked him up, he popped up on my Instagram talking about the show. I had no clue that it existed or that he was doing that. But like that's how sometimes the algorithm works. It finds you. I was like debating for like 2 weeks if I should do it, and it's like just fucking do it. Like it's really cheap too. Like it's like $60 his class. It's an hour and a half. You get a ebook after on how to write, and the crazy part is too you get 20 minutes off private Zoom with him after to talk about for people which is really cool because he talks about that. He offers that because he knows if there's writers or people like who work on projects don't always feel comfortable talking in front of a group or something. They're like, they're nerdy types. This gives you a one-on-one to ask questions you might have had a hard time asking within a group setting. So I feel like it's really cool for him to do that.
Yeah, that's such a generous, like, so if you're a long-term listener here, like, Brian Michael Bendis, I've brought him up before. His run on Daredevil has like changed my fandom, right? And the thing is like, ask me, here's the worst part of me. I don't remember what happens in the stories that I read, months, years later. I just remember the feeling that I got while reading it to know if I loved it or not. I know I was blown away by his Daredevil run, but I don't remember what happens in it.
Mm-hmm.
And, to go back and read 3+ years of writing is not super easy time-wise, especially when, like we were just talking about, there's so much other stuff that I got to read and get caught up on to go back and read something that I know I've already read. Now, I also am a little bit nervous to do it because what if I don't love it like I did? But either way, I'm such a fan. And the thing is like, he's very well known in the comic world. He's written like on movies as well. He has a book about his time, trying to be a writer and cracking into Hollywood, but he's not known as the greatest writer. But here's what I think that he does for me. And I'm not claiming to have read every writer and all of that, but here's what he means to me, or he does that's to me better than anyone. When I've read a ton of books in a row in comics, or, after a certain time, I almost go on a hiatus. and then I don't read for a while. And if after that hiatus I'm like I'm ready to hop in, there are books that are dense. We've talked about Alan Moore. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That are hard to just like jump right into when you're not ready for it.
Mhm.
I've talked about Watchmen. You're not ready for Watchmen. I don't think you're ready for Dark Knight Returns, even though they're the greatest comics written. I just like, I feel like you need to be in comic book reader mode. And
Mhm.
some people never leave that, and I'm jealous of that. But for me, I'll do that because I hop around to then I go into movies, I go into TV shows, I go into actual books. So what he does better than anyone else to me is he is the best at when I'm after at the hiatus to pick up one of his books to get me back into comic book like obsession reading
Mhm.
because it's not it's good writing without it being so dense and wordy. Like I need something a little bit fast. I need to like get
Mhm.
to, and he is so good at that. It's accessible
Yep.
whilst not being like dumbed down.
Mhm.
So, he's not known as the greatest, and he's not, some people dog on some of the books he's done. I haven't read his Guardians of the Galaxy, but what I've heard, it's not at the top of the list of his best stuff. But his Daredevil, his New Avengers, and I know that there's a bunch more that I'm forgetting. His Powers book, which was like his creation, and some of his independent stuff is so good,
Mhm.
and I think it's a really good like entry point that if I should get I know I've been looking for the right thing for you, he might be the key. So he means so much to me for that reason.
And I didn't want to go unprepared, and I didn't want like, hey, I'm in your class and I've never read a single of your books.
Mhm.
He's going to be there together with David Mack. They're
Oh,
both going to be
cool.
there on I think at the Dark Horse booth.
Mhm.
So I tried to look up a comic that they're both either worked on or written,
Mhm.
and so I ordered this, and it's coming today.
End of Days. I knew it. I knew it before you said it because I've obviously
Uh,
read it. Now
after
here's
like,
the go
and
ahead.
like after looking into it, I feel like just because I like that also Bendis and Mac are writing it because I
Mhm.
know David Mack and his brother are writing the next
Mhm.
Ninja. I wanted to find something that I can also kind of get into David's writing a little bit,
Mhm.
kind of prepare myself. So after like reading a little bit into it, and then Sienkiewicz is in it, like making art, and I was like, no, I gotta
Mhm.
have to. And I know it's not actual Daredevil; it goes into gosh, it's not. It's like it's later on in the journey. I
It
think after
is.
he already like died, I want to say. So I know
Mhm.
I'm missing a lot of the stuff, but I feel like I just want to experience his writing, like
I
and
get it.
like
You might lose some stuff because it is like David Mack worked on uh, a run on Echo called Parts of a Whole. And it's part of the Daredevil like reading order. So actually, Kevin Smith, the director, I don't know, Mallrats, Clerks. He spoke at VCon 1. He's a movie director. Jay and
mhm,
Silent Bob. Do you know Jay and Silent Bob? Have you ever heard of them? No? Okay. Well, he's Silent Bob. So Kevin Smith actually, he's a movie director and writer. I'm a big fan. DJ actually worked with him, DJ Kaufman,
hmm,
um, on Poop Shoot, which I know how that sounds, but like it's a thing in the Kevin Smith universe. But I'm a big fan of Kevin Smith. The movies like Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, like all of those movies mean so much to me. So I love Kevin Smith. And he kind of like, after a long time, Daredevil didn't really have a ongoing series. And Kevin Smith actually wrote for it a run on Daredevil, and then I think Bendis was right after him, or maybe David Mack was someone. So it was a short stint, but he introduced the character Echo, and that. But I don't think Bendis was a part of that book yet. But that one comes like all the way at the end. So you might have missed some buildup. I can't recall exactly what happens in that book for all of the things that I was just saying about how I can't remember stuff. But I'm excited for you to read my favorite character with my favorite writer of that character,
yep.
and
So
it should be cool.
and because like they're both gonna be there, it's gonna be fun for me of like to get in, maybe talk about it and stuff and get some more. I know there's 2 other books that they both worked on, or like parts of like the series that I saw, but I'm like, I'm gonna get into one, and then if I have to work my way backwards, then that's how it is. Maybe it also gets me into, if I don't get it or everything, then I want to learn more about, okay, what happened before? Like, why is this important? That makes me go. So I'm just going to go backwards, which is fine. But I'm excited to try something new, and it's coming today. So next week I'll have some time this week to start reading and then give you my first thoughts, because I have to do it soon, because I have like 3 weeks before the Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Chop, man.
Yeah. David Mack's big like self-title is Kabuki, and it's even in his X title. So I know that that's a big thing. I'm not familiar. I have not read that yet, but I'm aware of it. But that's so cool. I'm super jealous. When you become an expert comic book writer, I actually have been thinking of something that was pretty cool. I haven't shared with you yet, and it's completely different than the other thing that you were trying to bully me into and getting me peer pressured into. But I have like an idea. I have a premise that I've actually thought about for years, but I don't know how to write, and I can't write, and I can't do anything. So once you become the expert comic writer, maybe we can collab on that.
Again, he's comes with his book, so
Sweet.
Happy to share that with you. So
that's exciting.
I did read another book. I don't know if you recall, months and months and months ago, Savvy, after we talked to Andrew Dolan, said she would get us his comic. Something happened with shipping. It never went out. I totally forgot about it. So he just shipped it out. And because he felt bad, he added extras. My package arrived. Yours, for some reason, is also coming to me. So I'm just going to forward it to you.
Okay.
So I had a chance to read his comic he talked with us about.
Yeah. I remember that.
I really liked it. I haven't read this one yet, so it comes with this little book. I assume your package has the same thing.
Okay.
And then Savvy had said he added a little sketch card. So she said, like, if it's not your characters, I would love one of them. I'm assuming you're going to get your character. I don't know, because I got mine.
Oh my God. You know,
Like,
that's so cool. And the trash can.
It has much respect.
The trash can. But
It's just perfect.
I feel like you're such a fan of his now. You know what I mean? Like,
I love his art so much. Like, it just speaks to me. Like, so when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, I'm like crying, you're crying. So I was really excited for it. So yours is coming today, so I can just
cool.
Forward it to you.
Well, shout out to Savvy.
Now to you are in so much fucking trouble.
Yeah,
I'm going to show you something, and you're going to explain yourself.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
You will in a second when I show you something.
Got it.
You bastard.
I don't know what she's about to drop on me.
Why
I'm either going to be, listen, this is going to go one of two ways. It's either going to be like she's going to start talking. I'm going to be like, are you done? Oh. I feel like I talked about this with you.
Nope. You on the episode, I think 2 episodes ago, showed this cover from somebody, and he's like, guys, just remember. And I'm like, why? And you wouldn't go. And then on Making Comics Now, they showed the back cover of the comic that's coming out. I was like, that looks familiar. Want to tell me something?
I mean, that's the back cover of the Moral Monkey. What do you
and
mean?
So you knew Alpha and decided to not share with me.
So what had happened was...
Talk your way out of it.
Well, so DJ, I shared most of it. DJ shared some stuff with us at the booth at the National. He did show me that, and I went, oh, that's so awesome. And that's it. I mean, that was the alpha. I mean, are you mad that I didn't tell you about it or didn't give you the reference about it? Because I told you about the other stuff that he said.
Probably.
The Tokyo Joe thing.
When I have alpha, you're the first person I text, okay?
Anne. He showed me a lot that day, and he swore me to secrecy. Now, not about this, though. But I didn't, to be honest, like, I didn't remember it until you showed it to me. again, going back to I have the worst memory and it's the worst part of me. But are you now up to date on what this is?
Yeah, it's the back cover
Of Moral
and a
Monkey
reference. Yeah,
and a reference to
whatever you showed the other night.
it's a reference to The Dark Knight Returns. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
You're still in trouble. One day I'll cut you off of all my alpha.
This is a zoomed in version of it.
Yeah, I was just supposed to say, like, the one you showed the other day, like, looked a little bit different, but
I showed it the other day.
yeah, when we talked about it,
No.
and then you showed, I think, a screenshot or something when we talked about.
Oh, I showed the screenshot. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't remember
The screenshot of like the zoomed out version of that.
Yeah.
Of that one, and you just said,
"There's no way I'm going to be able to find it in this book, real quick." I don't think. No, I'm not. But basically, it is a reference to The Dark Knight Returns, the Batman book that is like super important by Frank Miller, because that's what we were talking about, and I put it up on screen. Yeah, when he showed me that, I was like blown away, because that's such an awesome homage. What's the right word? I've heard it both ways, and I feel dumb saying homage. I feel stupid saying it that way. But God, I want to find the actual art. It'd be faster to just look it up. But man, what a reference! It got me so hyped when he showed it to me. Me and the doc talked about it, and we had a good conversation. So
I watched the episode. They showed this up, and was like, and I was at home and just went, "You fucker!" Like, yeah. I instantly knew what it was. You were on vacation with your family. So, I was like, I'm not gonna text you right now because I don't want to ruin your family vacation. Just for your family, not for you.
You did text me the day I got back. You were like, you had Comic Alpha. I didn't want to text you while you were on vacation, but you had Comic Alpha and didn't tell me you are in big trouble, mister.
That you suck.
But you're welcome for showing you. You knew exactly what it was when you saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you know that I saw it?
Well, because you showed the cover of The Dark Knight on here and said, just remember that. And I remember shit like that. And then this showed up.
I wanted you to remember it so that when you saw it, and I was talking to the audience, and
talk your way out of it, guys.
It's what I do. It's the only gift I have is bullshit. Oh, man. But I love it. How awesome is that?
Yep. And by now you probably have all, it's coming out today. So tomorrow you can see it when they sell it on live stream. They're probably going to show it more.
That cover alone makes me want to buy a lot of copies of this.
And most people won't even know about that. But see, if you're a listener to Is It Canon today, you will know the reference, and you can now decide, hey, as a holder, maybe I buy a couple more.
One of the most famous, if not the most famous, Batman comic in history, The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller, known as one of the greatest stories written. That is like the iconic cover. And so and DJ has said that it's like the most important comic written, in the content clips that I see on TikTok or whatever, where someone goes around and asking them questions. I feel like he's said that that's the most important one. So really cool to see a Batman reference in VeeFriends.
Are there rules around, like, if you are close to another cover? Like, it's okay as an homage, right? It's not like you're copying it or anything.
So if you see on issue number 1, the J. Scott Campbell cover, it says in the bottom right, J. Scott Campbell after Jack Kirby. And that's like, you got to give, I don't know if you have to, but you're supposed to give credit when it's an homage. So I'd be curious to see if they did that. Because Jack Kirby, that's an X-Men, that cover, issue number 1 of VeeFriends is an homage to X-Men number 1. So by Jack Kirby. So that's why they do that. So I'm wondering if they'll do something like that. It happens all the time. There's like the Spider-Man where he's swinging and holding someone has been redone by every company. Every character I feel like has a Spider-Man cover. So it's a pretty common thing in comics.
I like it.
Yeah.
Did you see? I don't think you actually can. Oh, I put your movie review from last week as its standalone thing. So
I
now
did. I like that.
your nerdy. Maybe we can also cut your nerdy parts out too, and just have that as its
Yeah.
standalone.
I think it'd
The
be
collector's corner.
a good, yeah, I think it'd be good as a short too. I know that my review was anything but short. But maybe I'll be more aware of that. And I have some stuff that might work. It's not as topical as Spider-Man. And plus, like at this point, if you are looking for Spider-Man reviews, I'm way too late to the show. So like maybe when it comes closer to Doomsday, or there is something today that I want to discuss that is topical and ongoing, and maybe you can watch it. So we'll discuss when we get to Teacher's Collector Corner.
I don't have anything else besides the bracket. I think. Just
Okay. So, I mean, what else? Is there anything general in life that you want to discuss? Something random that you are into, something you did, saw?
we opened. Elliot, my husband, is into One Piece now. He's watching the show with our daughter, and so he's getting into collecting. So we opened a box the other day together on stream, which was nice.
Is he watching the anime or the live action show?
The anime.
The anime has like how many episodes?
A bajillion.
Like
I think
1,000 episodes.
1,200 or something like that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. I don't know One Piece. I know it's, place in culture. It's wildly popular. Anime has always kind of escaped me, which is unfortunate because I feel like it's right up my alley. But, even Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is only 3 seasons, is known as like one of the greatest. I don't know if that's gets put classically like as anime as, Attack on Titan or Chainsaw Man or Death Note. I know the titles, and I mainly know them from, there's a lot of crossover when I do my comic book research and all that's, there's a lot of crossover there. But I used to spend hours, especially when I first started my business and I was driving all over to go to estimates and go to jobs. I would always stop at comic book stores on the way or on the way back, or if I'm out marketing, and I would see their spines, because the spines of the book are always kind of near the comics. So, I became aware of the titles then. But yeah, One Piece, I'm aware of it. It's almost like Dragon Ball Z. Never watched, don't know a thing about it. I know how culturally huge it is. But it always escaped me, and it's such a disappointment. And that's why Ben Kind and I have gotten into it, because like he's an anime, the Naruto, and I'm more comic book superhero stuff. So,
But I think it's easier to get into something, just like with VeeFriends. Like I got into it because there were other people into it too, and you can talk about and they kind of explain you like why they like something. And I think it's the same for me. I don't think I would sit down and watch the show, because it's just, I also feel like it's a very slow pace. It's like, that's not me. But like him being excited about it and now starting to collect stuff, I think that helps me to like, he shows me the cards and tells me what the character is. So like I get like a second-hand introduction to it without having to feel like I have to get completely into it. So that's been kind of fun. So we might do some streams together to just, because now he's like maybe want to sell something. Like he's more responsible than me. Let's just say that when it comes to collecting.
No comment. But yes, that's super exciting that they're sharing that and you're involved. It's a family affair. So, I mean, that's the whole thing with Zelda, is because, I've always liked it, but never to the magnitude I am right now. And that's because of my kids.
Yep.
It's one of the only games like I want to play. I've never played a single Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, Elden Ring. I've never played any of them. That just wasn't my scene in gaming. But now that it's something that what I've learned more about it, it does seem something that I would like. However, it's too mature. BioShock. I bought BioShock because I heard it's a great game. They made it for the Switch. I bought it. I started it with my son, not knowing. The opening scene is terrifying. It's terrifying. It's like zombies, it's terrifying. So like, I loved Resident Evil as a kid, like, but I was a kid. I'm talking like 12, 13, 14,
Mhm.
not 6 and 8. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's Zelda is like the perfect balance of it's fun for me to
Mhm.
play and challenging and puzzles and all that, and completely appropriate for children to watch because
Mhm.
he's a child, the main
Yep.
character. So
I think it's
um,
cool when you find something that you can share with
yes,
your kids, especially as they get older. Like you are always going to be in different age groups and different interests, have different interests, and that makes it hard sometimes because sometimes you do stuff that they really like, but you're not super into it, and it just feels like
right.
dragging. So like finding something that you can both enjoy, I feel like is the best thing you can have with your kid.
And that's why Disney is so successful, right? Because their movies are for kids, but
Mhm.
like adults can really get into it. And obviously, Disney adults are a real thing, and people, they're super into it. You don't have to have kids to be into
Mhm.
it. And that's to bring it all full circle back to VeeFriends. When they started doing comics, I thought
Mhm.
they were going to go the very kiddie route because that's who the target audience, I guess, is. But I'm glad that they're not.
Yep.
I can, for the most part, read all of these to my children. Now, even Shell's Kitchen, you could probably just skip over the OnlyFans reference and your kids would have no idea, right?
Yep.
But it's still like there's cursing, there's, relationship stuff, there's adult themes to it that I'm sure they're fine. There's relationship stuff in Disney movies with princesses and princes and all that. So I get that. For the most part, you can read almost every issue to your kids and they can enjoy it and you can enjoy it.
Mhm. I agree. I feel like a good writing, a good story, because they're not going to read it the same way we do. I think we talked about it when we read comic number 3. Um, how the intro scene with the bridge is kind of like suicide,
It,
which my
it
daughter
is.
would never think
Right.
about. So
That's
like
right.
I think good writing kind of just shows a little bit, and that's the cool thing about comics too, having like the pictures, the visuals, where wherever you are in your age range or like experience range, you will see things different than somebody else. And I think that's the cool part about that. Yeah, like you said, like I can read them with my kiddo, and she's a little bit older now. She's almost 10, so like she gets some of these things a
Sure.
little bit more, and I felt comfortable reading 5 with her. Um, which is funny. I hesitated more reading the swear words with her, which she's has seen and heard and used before,
Right.
than the punching out the heart for some reason. Because for me, that's a metaphor versus like actually doing it.
Sure.
Like it's not even like a person doing it. It's like the motivative monsters doing it.
Right.
So, and again, like her reaction, like he deserved it.
Yeah. That's that, which was hilarious. My kids are very close. And I mean that in like they're close friends. They
Mhm.
do. So it's super like my son is probably the older one. He's probably ready. And I'm dying for him to watch like the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. It's a little bit campy, but it still can be scary. Green Goblin has some, stuff. My daughter would not be into it. But they're together so much and they're such close friends. It's like I can't be like, and I don't want to leave my daughter out.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So and it can't always be like, go to mom, me and him are gonna go watch it.
Yep.
So it's a delicate balance that I'm trying to find because there's these things that I'm so passionate about.
Mhm.
And she's not ready nor interested. He is. He doesn't know that he's like he might not
Mhm.
be interested, but I know that he's ready to at least give it a shot. But
Yep.
I haven't had an opportunity because there's rarely a time they're not together
Mhm.
or want to be together. So
Which is cool though too, like to
it's
have that sibling
awesome.
relationship.
I love that. And that's why like I hear them downstairs laughing and doing stuff like super kiddie. And it's like keep being a kid. Like
Yep.
keep being the young, don't grow up
Mhm.
yet type thing.
Yep.
All right.
Let's get into
So my
the
my
teacher
stuff,
collector. I haven't
the
called you
teacher
teacher in
collector corner.
so long.
The teacher collector corner. Okay. Well, I already referenced it, so I'll start with the collecting part. So, as you know, I'm a Zelda collector. Now, I have a lot of new editions from I mean, I can go through this whole thing eventually, but I'll just start with the most recent. It literally arrived today, and it's this.
It's so cool.
It's a tiny card. It's not full sized. It's a lenticular card for the viewers of Link, the main character of Zelda. There are still people out there that think this is Zelda. Zelda is the princess. This is Link, our protagonist. I'm looking at Anne, who just making a face. So you don't know. You thought this was Zelda.
When you said that, I was like, oh yeah, it is Link because you said that before. But like, I also, yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Zelda is the princess that in every game he is basically trying to save. So I didn't know about this. As a collector of the video games, which I'm pointing to my cabinet behind me, I've started getting into graded, complete in box, and or sealed Zelda games mainly. And I have a ton of cards back there. I've also got branched out into play guides, the guides of the games. I wasn't really, it's not something I'm super into, but like someone had them and I'm like, yeah, throw them in. And then anything I can find that seems cool. So this card, what I've learned, it's from 1988. And as we are being told that fictional character rookie cards are something to, now while Link will never hit the popularity heights of Mario, he's better, right? Like he's cool. To me, he's cooler. I love Mario. Don't get me wrong. I have plenty of his stuff back here too. But these games are better.
So is that his rookie card? Do you know?
It's not. So the game packs, it might be the US one, but it's not the true rookie. The true rookie is a Japanese. And it's like, I can't find it. I know what it looks like. I just can't find it. I might have to go to like Japanese auction sites, which I've talked to some people who travel to Japan and, you know, might have some people who know or whatever. But these game packs that I have back here, they're from 1989. Those are stickers. Those are the ones that I love those. There's the ones I've talked about. The Canadian ones are from O-Pee-Chee. The US ones are from Topps. I talked it on a previous episode. Those are from 1989. This is from 1988. So a year prior. And these are a card that was put into cereal boxes. Old school cereal box prize from Ralston. Ralston's the company. Now there's, not to be confused, Nintendo had their own cereal system. Cereal. This is not from that. That was, I think, the year after, or it came after these. I'm still like really getting into the history of it. But there were three. It was Link, Mario, and Little Mac from Punch-Out were put onto these motion cards and were put into cereal boxes. And Ralston is the maker of, I never heard of it, Dinosaurs as a cereal, Cookie Crisp, and then a Dunkin' Donut cereal. So it was randomly placed inside specifically marked boxes of those three cereals. They're part of a 3-card Nintendo Motion Magic promotion. And it's not a card from the Nintendo cereal system, which was also made by Ralston. So like there's some confusion there. And there was cards definitely in the cereal system, but this was prior to that. So I saw it. There's horrible condition ones out there.
Yeah.
I bought this one. I paid not the cheapest I've seen, but the centering seems to be the biggest issue that I've seen. And this one centering looks pretty damn decent. The back, it's not clean white, but it's
like,
kind of like little tips.
From 88, it looks great.
That's what I'm saying. And the corners look okay.
And from a cereal box.
I missed out on what's that?
And from a cereal box. We're not talking about it wasn't a box. It wasn't a cereal box, like
and
shaking
they did
around.
come in a clear pack. So like with only one card in it, I missed out. I don't mean to blame Jay, but it's kind of Jay's fault. But there was a sealed one in a PSA slab that I missed out on. And I was bummed about it, but I had bought this one Because now there is another sealed one on eBay. It's like $1,000. I'm not paying that.
Really?
Yeah, especially since the other sealed one that was in a PSA slab went for less than half that. So like it was an opportunity. But it was like the day that I discovered this card is the day that I saw with like the auction was ending. So whatever. So that's my recent acquisition. Maybe I can go through some of the other stuff if people actually give a shit or there's any feedback of how they found that interesting, but I'll come with the actual item and then maybe some history on it. But I'm very happy to have that. I do plan on getting it graded because it does look like it's in good condition. I need to decide where to get it graded and all that. But I am super excited to get that. It came in this morning. Next, I have some media to cover. 3 things specifically, because 3 things have happened since the last week. Last week, I had just seen Spider-Man Brand New Day. I did my review. This week, a new TV show started. I'll start with that. It's called Lanterns. We're now switching over to DC. So DC is kind of relaunching their cinematic universe. They started with Superman last year. Which was, I really, really, really enjoyed that movie. Some people hate on it. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. I felt like that was a really good representation of Superman. They came out with Supergirl earlier this year. It bombed at the box office. It got very mediocre reviews. I have not seen it. But and then there's a couple, like there's Creature Commandos is a animated series by James Gunn, who is basically the head of the DC universe, cinematic universe at this point. I did not watch any of that. But Lanterns is Green Lantern, which is part of the Justice League, has its own TV show. Now, there was a Green Lantern in the Superman movie. That was Guy Gardner. The Green Lantern in the show is Hal Jordan, who is like the most famous or well-known Green Lantern character. And then also John Stewart, who is also a very, big Green Lantern character. I won't pretend to be the biggest Green Lantern expert. I've read all of Jeff Johns, who is a great writer, Green Lantern run, and it is excellent. Again, don't ask me a thing that happens to it. I just remember how great it was when I read it. It got me interested in Green Lantern, who I'd never had an interest in before. But the TV show just started. Episode 1 came out. I thought it was really great. Kyle Chandler is playing Hal Jordan, who I love. I love Kyle Chandler as an actor. God, just saying his name, I'm like, is that the right guy? It is. He's from Friday Night Lights, the TV show. I don't know if you ever saw that.
A little bit.
Oh, it's a great show. But it was really, really good. John Stewart is awesome. I think that's Aaron Pierre. The story was like unique. I did not expect it to be like that. Usually with Green Lantern, you start at the origin. Basically, it's a outer space police corps. Think of it that way. So there's representatives from each planet that basically it's a global, or not global, universal cosmic police force. And there's a power ring, and the ring gives you the power to make whatever you want using the power of will. All this, you don't need to know any of that to watch the show. You'll kind of get the gist. So I kind of hope you might give it a chance. It's on HBO Max streaming.
Check if we have that stuff.
It was so much different than I thought, and I was very, very happy with how it came out. Twists and turns. So I don't want to get into spoilers because it is new. But man, I really, really enjoyed it. And I hope anyone who's listening, if you're into comics and you watched the first episode of Lanterns, please tell me what you thought. I thought Kyle Chandler did such a great job. I thought Aaron Pierre was an excellent John Stewart, even though he didn't have much to do yet other than just be tall and super fucking handsome, which he is. I mean,
I have to look him up now.
Okay, you can look him up. But what a cool story. It was like, definitely different than I expected. So very cool. Check that out. That's number 1. 2, we spoke that you were going to maybe start watching movies, Marvel movies or projects to get ready for Doomsday, which comes out in December. Marvel put out an official list of things to watch. We were like, what should you watch? I was going to come up with something, but not knowing what's happening in Doomsday, I don't know what you have to watch. To be honest, there's movies on there and projects on there I've only seen once. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I did not very much love that movie. It's okay, but I don't remember really much that goes on in it. But if that's an important thing, I'm going to have to rewatch it. So maybe like as you watch stuff, I'll watch stuff and we can discuss it leading into Doomsday, because we have gotten a lot of feedback that people are into knowing more about it. I've had offers of people to fly out here. Now I formally reject that offer, but thank you.
You also had an offer to start another podcast
how do you feel
about
about
movies, and there were comics in that picture, and I was very.
How do you feel about it, Anne?
Yeah,
Pretty
we had
disrespectful
a little
to
talk
you.
with that person. Like,
Yeah, pretty
do not
disrespectful.
take my podcast coast away.
Right. Here's the thing. He's doing the whole like day one of asking blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It took day 2 for him to do the same thing to someone else. So where's your loyalty hat is what I'm saying.
And I think he stopped
Way
at
to
day
not
4.
be that guy right there. So not only was he asking me to betray Anne for doing exactly what we plan to do, watching the movies and talking about it. Unbelievable. So formally reject it. Guy won't even go to the National, but he's going to fly all the way to PA for a movie. Yeah, right. Where was I going? Oh, so there's a list. It was 15 projects, which, you're like, 15 movies. No, the Loki TV show, which does seem to be quite important because it has the TVA in it. But anyway, on that list was X2. Now, this is the early 2000s X-Men universe. This is the Fox-Men universe. So if you don't know, in the 90s, Marvel was in bad shape. The oversaturation of comics, similar to the oversaturation of trading cards, like sports cards, the whole industry kind of collapsed. And Marvel was basically going bankrupt. And so what it did was it sold the movie rights to their characters to movie companies. So Sony acquired Spider-Man. And they also got they got others as well. But Fox bought the X-Men. Fox had Fantastic Four. Fox had, I believe, Daredevil. And so in the early 2000s, they made the X-Men movies. This is made by Fox. Marvel Cinematic Universe was not a thing till 2008. This is 2000, I believe. And so this is where Hugh Jackman basically got introduced to everyone. He was Wolverine. So since then, that universe, once the rights reverted, well, Disney bought Fox, but there was, going back and forth. If you don't make a movie in a certain amount of years, the rights revert back to Marvel. Marvel started the cinematic universe with B-list characters. Iron Man was a B to C list character in Marvel. He was not a popular character. Thor was not that popular of a character. That's why Marvel had the rights to it. Sony still owns the rights to Spider-Man. They just came to an agreement where Sony will let the Spider-Man be in the Marvel universe for movies, and they get basically most of the money from the movies. But Marvel itself, Marvel, Disney, they get all like the merchandise, any TV show they can is them. So there's like this weird thing. Hulk has this weird rights ownership thing with Universal. So that's why Hulk had one standalone movie, but since then has only been as feature in other movies since. So there's a whole bunch of things, but now the X-Men have fully been reabsorbed into the Marvel. They can do whatever the hell they want. They have the rights to the characters back. And since then, like Deadpool and Wolverine, the movie merged some of the universes. And so a lot of the early X-Men from 2000 are going to be in Doomsday. Ian McKellen, Magneto, Patrick Stewart, Professor Xavier.
Those ones I've probably watched quite a few of them.
Okay.
That was the like movie era for me.
That's right. it's the early comic book movie. Like Blade was like the first big comic book movie, and that's a Marvel character.
Watch Blade.
Blade was great. Blade was great. That was like late 90s. You know, movies like Spawn were not well received, so it didn't really like help the genre. But like X-Men made comic book movies like big, and then Spider-Man took it, you know, the Tobey Maguire ones to another atmosphere. And since then, it's never stopped. So X-Men, you know, you could say X-Men was the first one that like really got it going because it was a big event. Hugh Jackman has already been in the MCU and Deadpool and Wolverine. Even Deadpool was a Fox movie that now has an MCU movie. But basically they're bringing back a lot of the characters and the actors from that time into the MCU for Doomsday. I'm assuming they're going to kill them off at some point, you know, just because they're introducing their new X-Men lineup. Because all those people are like much, much older now, obviously. So it doesn't matter. I can keep going into the lore of the incursions and all that. But one of the movies on that list was X-Men, the original one, and then X2. I've seen X-Men, the original one, so many times. It's a good movie. I like it a lot. But I've seen it. I don't need to see it to remember what happens in it. X2, I haven't seen in a very long time, and I know it's pretty publicly liked more than X1. So I wanted to rewatch it. It is outstanding. It is so good. I'm not even like I watch things. I can't sit for a full 2 hours, you know, with scheduling stuff. So I'm like not even. It is so good. I'm blown away at how good it was from all the way back then. Magneto in the plastic prison, the aura he has during the breakout. Spoiler, obviously he was going to break out. It is so good. The attack on the school, the opening scene where the introduction of Nightcrawler, who's going to be Anne's favorite because it's Kurt Wagner.
Because he's German.
That's
it's like asking, like, if somebody asked me, like, do you know that person? They're German. And I was like, yes, I know all 80 million Germans.
No, Nightcrawler is such a badass character, and the opening is him breaking in. He's a teleporter. He breaks into the White House. It is so good. I just forgot how good it was, and so I'm glad that list came out so that I can go back and watch it. I think that's what you should watch between now and next week.
Make me a list. What things? I'm trying to like plan out. Okay, when do I watch all this stuff? Like if it's a show, I feel like we usually have like once a week. Elliot and I sit down and just like watch a show together. It's like our movie night kind of thing. But we don't have enough time for like movies. But like a show, I can do maybe like because he I think wants to watch Doomsday too. So maybe I can get him into like.
So then watch X-Men, the first one, and we'll discuss that next week. And then if you could squeeze in 2 movies between then X and X2, great. If not, we'll spread it out. We have what 12 weeks till it comes out or something. You're gonna have to at some point watch multiple movies in a week.
Maybe I just have like a day where I'm just like, nobody talk to me. I'm just gonna sit down and watch like 10 movies and just make a complete movie day.
Yeah. Knock it out. That's what you got to do. And this is work. This is work.
But see, now if I have to sign up again for like Disney Plus and stuff, I'm just can put it on like, you know, it was important for I had to use this for content. So now I can, for the write-off people. So there you go.
There you go. But just a note, outstanding. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. Or if you haven't seen it in a long time, rewatch it. It is so good. Last thing, I started a new novel. I don't sit and read paper books. It's just not in the cards for me. So I do audiobooks because I drive here and there. I've been hearing a lot about it in the nerd community. And I see this being something that like the movie rights will get. I honestly, the movie rights probably have already been acquired, but I even to the point where I've heard so much about it from the people that I talk to about this stuff in my private life that I even went back and go, well, if this is going to be a big IP one day, let me buy a first print of the book. It's already spiked. And it's from 2020. 2020. Like, it's not crazy old, but the series is called, the first book at least is called Dungeon Crawler Carl. I just started it. It is so much fun so far. It is hilarious. And I'm probably 4 chapters in. It is so much fun already. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to drive. I hate driving. And this book so far has me so hooked. I'm looking forward to driving.
Nice.
That's a clip. That's a short right there. Because this, like, I've heard it from multiple people that don't know each other. Both have asked me if I've read it. And there's like 7 books in the series. He's written 2 in 1 year. Like, he just, the writer, Matt Dinneman, I believe his name is. I'll get the confirmation. Is just cranking out these books. And there's so many already. So Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's set from the setup. It sounds almost like a Hunger Games, a battle royale, a Squid Game type scenario. World goes to shit. Humans have to go underground, and it's televised to all the planets that these aliens that came to Earth and all. This is not a spoiler because it happens in the first few pages. Mm-hmm. The whole world, if you were inside a building, you died. And anyone who was outside, staircases appeared. It's going to sound super nerdy. Again, this is like super nerd community people who have told me about it. You go up down the stairs and then you're like you could call it a video game where there's levels, you got to work your way down, and then there can only be one winner, and that type of thing. And it's televised to the quadrillions of people on other planets. But it is hilarious so far.
It sounds a lot like Hunger Games when you kind of describe it.
Right.
Like,
or Squid Game. I don't know if you watched Squid Game, which was
not
great.
a lot, not enough.
There's setup difference. Like in Hunger Games, it's like this is the society, the districts, and there has to be volunteers and all this stuff, right? But in the same sense of in Hunger Games where like donors can send you gift packages that float down, same sort of thing. Like in this one, you have to be personable and you'll get sponsors, even if you don't know who they are, but they're sponsoring you because everyone watches this thing. Mm-hmm. Squid Game was like for a bunch of rich people that are having people die for their amusement. It's different in that sense, but it's essentially a battle royale. Here's millions of people, and who can make it to the next one. It's so much fun so far, which even if that's derivative of those stories, it's unique enough right now that it is, and it's hilarious. I'm telling you, so far.
I think that's the thing too, like that. A lot of stories like are similar. Like nobody's inventing the wheel anymore when it comes to stories. It's really about like how can you set a certain premise up that it's engaging for others. That you want to read, that it's funny. It's like you want to keep going with the story.
Every story has been told, right? It could be revenge, it could be a love story, it could be like the themes. There's no new stories. There's just new ways to tell it, and characters can be different. Yep. There can be unique characters and dynamics within it, but like premises are basically, themes and stories are like they've all been done. You know what I mean? So it's just how do you, like you said, set it up in a way that makes you not bored because you feel like you've heard it before.
Mm-hmm. I want to go back though, since this is your first being back to Teachers Correct Corner. What made you start that back in the day?
I'd love to have some like great story. The real reason is that VeeFriends cards, I was super into VeeFriends at the time, obviously, and I couldn't, like, I wasn't a player in the ponds of Series 1, right? I tried to get some. I put in a bid. That was the reverse Dutch auction. I put in a bid of like $2,000 and it went for $2,150. And I did, but I put in for 3 boxes at $2,000. I should have done 1 box at like $3,000 or whatever, so to like guarantee me one, but that's what I did. So those just, and then they skyrocketed. That wasn't, I wasn't a player at the time for it, but the Series 2 cards were sent to minters for free. And I was so on top of everything. I lived in Discord. I was obsessed with researching it at the time. And there wasn't that many people into the Series 2 cards when they first came out. Jeremy was hosting live shows with Cohen, I think was on it as well, who hasn't been around in a while, but great dude. And they did some breaks, and I asked if I could just be on a break and open my own cards. And then there was a group chat with like 9 or 10 people, early people that were actually into the cards, rather than just like, oh, I got these, open it and move on. I was, buying on eBay any extra boxes that I could. And I started to try to put myself out there and start my public life. I was opening cards in my basement by myself on a webcam recording. And if I got a pull, I did my reaction thing, and then I probably took me an hour to clip 10 seconds and post it on X. And I had like a thing where it's like, I just pulled a big card, but like it was kind of like, I didn't call it a series, but if I could, I would have called, like, my series was, did I overreact? And it would be me pulling a big card and me having a reaction. Maybe the chair throwing started then. And it was like, did I overreact? And like VeeFriends would comment like, no, great pull. And, so I started getting that, and I was putting, posting that stuff and we were all kind of sharing our pulls in that group chat. And then I was also super into Call of Duty at the time. I was staying up late every like 4 nights a week till like 2 a.m. playing, and I still was awful. But it was like I don't have friends near me, right? So like that's my version of having beers with friends. Now it's streaming. I would have beers and my cousin and his friends, and you have a crew and you drop in as a quad, all that. So I was super into that. And because of that, and I wanted to get better, I would watch a lot of Twitch streams. And I was like, and I set up my system to be a streaming PC so that I could play Call of Duty on PC, but it's also a streaming setup as well. So I was like, maybe I'll try to learn to stream Twitch with Call of Duty. I sucked, so I wasn't going to do that. It'd be embarrassing. I even thought about being like calling myself the worst Call of Duty player of all time, and that would be my in to get viewers, is like, come watch me be so bad and make terrible decisions because I just don't have the instincts to play. So that was going to be my hook. And then because I learned how to set it up, I was like, hey, if in the group chat, if anyone wants to, I'm going to try to stream on Twitch. If anyone wants to like watch me open it. And so like, they were like, yeah, in the group chat. So then I set that up and, did that to 3, 4, whoever showed up that time. And then I would still take the clips of that and post it. And did I ever react? And so like people were commenting, and that was good because VeeFriends and Gary would like retweet it. And so I was just having fun. I was purely opening stuff. I wasn't ripping. So that's why it was Collector Corner. I named it that because of the Series 2 scene of Collector Corner. And I try to make my basement look like the scene with the corner in the back and all that. I like literally would try to do it. And then I started making videos. And then for example, I remember, I think Big Dave was the first guest I had on. And I took the Gentle Giant TCG card, and I probably took me 3 hours to put Dave's face on the Gentle Giant instead, and then post that, no video, and just say like, I'm having Big Dave. He was in the group chat. He was like the starter of that group chat, I believe. And I was like, he's going to come on and we're going to open stuff or call whatever. And so then Josh obviously was in that group chat as well. And me and Josh went back and forth a lot with, but then I didn't sell anything until after VCon 2, I believe, when I bought 40 boxes from Adam Rips, who didn't know who I was and I didn't know who he was, at VCon 2. I went to this baby faced guy and I was like, hey, I was told to ask you about, I had met him. I guess I didn't meet him, but like I'd never talked to him. Like I met him. No, it would have been at VCon. I met him because I know I saw him at the National in Atlantic City, which I think was that same year as VCon 2. But I don't know that I knew that he was who he was at the time. So I asked him, he gave me someone's email and said, listen, we'll ship them to you. You know, cause I was flying, I couldn't fly them back.
Yep.
And so I emailed that person and they shipped them to me and all that. And then once I got those in, because people were asking if they could buy. And so that's just kind of how it all started there. And I just called it that because Teacher, which is like the worst name, but that's what my ex name was. So that's why I went with that. So I'm very grateful for the name change to the moon.
But it's funny, like how it all like kind of turned into that. I remember like watching at some point some of the old stuff on the To the Moon YouTube channel of where you were opening with somebody and then Jay jumped up, but you guys weren't To the Moon yet. So like it's cool to see like the beginnings and like a lot of the stuff is somewhat documented because of the streams and stuff, which is cool to look back to.
I might have those early streams on my computer somewhere because I know they don't live on Twitch. They get removed, and it was before I linked it to anything. So I would have had to download it to my computer, and I think I might have it. I don't know though. I should look one day. I've aged a lot since then.
We've all aged a lot. We're older.
We're older, but
it's okay.
It's been over 3 years. I've aged 10.
Jay will do that to you.
Jay gets younger looking, although the candy's going to catch up to him at some point.
Candy is what keeps you young.
Bullshit. I'm scared to put, because I don't even know. I have videos from January 12th to 2023. 2022? There's no way.
That was... Yeah, 24 is when I joined. That was VCon 3. So 23 was 2.
I do have ones from 2022. It's me doing Call of Duty. That's so funny. That's September. So this couldn't be though. Okay, guys, I am here again. I'm testing out a new. I just don't know what I'm.
But it's fun to look that old stuff back to like to see also like how, like when you first start out like doing stuff in front of the camera, it's very uncomfortable. It's very unnatural. Like especially like if you're just talking to yourself to the camera, and like how more natural it comes to you. Like once you're over that hurdle of it, and like see your growth. Like I like having like old clips up and like being able to watch things back. Like even like I talked with you when I went through the whole stuff to do like the compilation video of like looking back of our like first couple episodes. Is that a microphone? What is that in your hand? A microphone?
It's a microphone. Funny story about that. That microphone was from a hoarder.
Of course it was.
So I found that and I was like, oh, might be able to use this.
That's crazy.
This is the old office. And those are the original Series 2 boxes in the back that I got from Mint. I got a orange Black Cat box.
No way.
In my 9 Series 2 Mint. But like, this is me messing up. Like I tried to start a video. Okay, guys, I'm in here again. I'm testing out a new streaming service. Wait, I don't think I have the right. Oh, I do have it. Like this wasn't streaming. This is me recording myself, testing out audio. That's wild.
Oh man.
So anyway, yeah, so that's the original. So that was in January though. So I started January 2023. That's unless I have something that I didn't save, that was the first so I started posting stuff in January.
That's
and then I don't think I started streaming until March or April.
It's been 3.5 years for you putting
Yeah.
yourself out there.
Yeah.
Time flies.
No, wait.
But it's fun to go down memory lane and like look at the stuff where it kind of started. I love that kind of stuff. I love looking at all, just like when you look at old stuff from your kids and stuff, how they're grown up, like seeing yourself kind of grow up over time, you know, like because we change so much, not just like visually, but also like as a person. But like it's
Right.
kind of fun to look back onto all the old stuff.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
You just hit like I don't even want to talk anymore. I just want to go through like memory lane
Watch
and
it up.
tell you them all, you know. And I would have completely forgot about it. I have so many videos in here, but it's just recordings. Oh God, there's ones without me without a hat. That looks awful. Crazy. Anyway, yeah, so that's the origin story of Teacher Collector Corner, which I know everyone makes fun of. Like, there's a missing S. It should be Teacher's Collector Corner or Teacher Collector's Corner. It was Teacher Collector Corner. And the because in my head originally it was the Teacher Collector Corner, and then
You're like,
I think it was too long or something, or I just dropped the
you were like Facebook.
like
You dropped
Facebook.
the.
Yeah, you remember me saying that. Yeah, I dropped that, and then I never fixed it, and I just went whatever.
Yeah, nobody cares. It's like, but to
No,
the
of
moon.
course
Was it
not.
like, didn't Jay wrote collectibles?
Oh, he spelled it wrong, and didn't
But
notice for years.
yeah, nope. You know, that makes it. But people don't talk about it. That
I know, and now
gets engagement.
and now anyone who has a sticker that has it incorrectly spelled, we've bought them back. To have them.
Really?
Yeah. So
Oh,
if anyone
it's
has
the
one,
rookie sticker.
it's the rookie error sticker.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good old stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Still
Well.
want to do the bracket?
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. I thought we were ending the episode. Oh God, this is gonna be long. I rambled too much. Okay, yes, let's do it. I'm excited.
Okay. Share screen.
You're gonna have to cut some of that.
How do I?
It's gonna be too long. Everyone stopped listening.
Nope, this way. Okay. Gonna try to zoom in. Okay, so we're doing a bracket of favorite cover art. Not best because that's subjective, but like our favorite covers because we like the art, the story, whatever it is. We're probably gonna put it out for you guys to vote. Don't disappoint us this time, okay?
They're gonna, because everyone's disappointing. That last one was a disaster.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed in so many of you.
But it worked out because
And this whole thing, like, some of them were not side characters. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Yeah,
the
there
ones
are
we
some.
picked from were side characters.
Correct. And like Gritty is a side character. I know we call it Witty Gritty, but Witty is the main character. There's no debate. Yes, Gritty is more of a main character than the robot in issue 1, right? Because there's several side characters in there that, weren't that important to the story. And Gritty was vital. Same with Windy. But that was the whole point of it, was to show off whose like side characters matter. And it can make the story better. So that was the whole point.
So what we did here, since we have right now 18 comics out, but only 16 of them have a cover A and cover B. On the left side, you see all the cover A's besides 1 and 2 because they did not have cover B's. We took those out.
Right.
And on the right side are all the cover B's.
All right.
I tried to match up some of them, at least the cover A's. If somebody, like if Kate had 2 covers, I matched Kate against Kate to kind of
Got
keep it a nut.
Yes.
But about people, it's just like about the cover
Again,
itself.
it doesn't matter. The cream rises to the top. Let's get into it.
Let's do it. Okay.
And I assume we're going to post this as well, these rounds. You
Yep.
had fun with that. Okay. We're starting with cover A's.
Yes. We have Allie's cover A, the dogs,
Okay.
versus Kate's cover of the dragon. From you, it's Kate.
Are we going to do countdown? Just go right
Oh,
into it.
sorry.
No,
I
it's fine.
guess.
I don't care. I just wanted to clarify. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Kate. I'm going with Kate because I'm going from a standpoint of it's not like Allie's is. There's so many characters she's got to get in there. Do you know what I mean?
Just realized I should have
Yeah.
taken this up.
No. You're doing the right thing. But no, the dragon should go in the top left one. Yes.
Yes. Yep.
It's a very busy layout with all the dogs. So I gravitate towards the composition of the dragon for sure.
Same. Next one up is comic number 6, the Viking versus the Harpic.
Both Kate.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Harpic.
Harpic.
I
Again,
love
it's a composition thing to me.
it's like the colors too, like how it's composed, like how it looks in the background, like it's such an unexpected. The Harpic's such a cute character, and then seeing it like just not as this cute thing just
Right.
was like a unexpected thing for me too.
Yeah, I like as dumb as it sounds, I like the symmetry of it, where the Harpic's in the middle above and then everything else is around it. I mean, they're not zoomed. I wish I could see it better. I have terrible eyes.
Trying to
Like I know these backwards and forward. Yeah. Yes.
don't know what.
Don't go up. No, go down more.
Go
You don't
down
need
more.
to see everything and just the current matchup.
For some reason, it doesn't let me swipe over all the way.
That's fine. That's good enough.
Which is annoying. But,
Okay. We're
Okay.
agreeing so far.
yes. Next one is 2 of DJs.
This is tough.
Robot against the recent one. Shell's Kitchen.
3, 2, 1. I know what you're saying.
Robot.
You don't like the woman's hand.
That too.
I
love Robot. I love the color. Like
too.
I'm big on color. Like, and there's just so much story, I feel like, in his cover too, that
I will say I absolutely love Shell's Kitchen cover. I think it's awesome. I like DJs more than the cover B. Which I can't say. I would say I'm a heavy majority. I think I like the cover Bs, or lean them more there. But I really like this cover A. Again, it's because it's DJ, and I really like the way he draws VeeFriends.
I agree. Next one up is 2 of Chris's. The bee versus the monster. 3, 2, 1. The bee. I love the monster comic. I love cover number B. I like it. It's not one of my favorite covers. I love it for the remark I have from DJ. It fit perfect.
Yes.
It's not one of my favorite covers.
I just didn't expect that. I was also going B. I was letting you say it first, but I was going to go B to argue with you.
No argument here.
Yeah, the monster one, maybe it's because it got no offense. I don't, all of this hopefully is like no offense, right? Because this is all opinion and stuff, and everyone's going to have different ones. Like cover B of this one from Jay Lee just like outshined because of like the uniqueness. Like I really like this one, but like it's a missing poster. I like the street in the background. I like that it's on a but like the Gary B one is just so happy. It's so representative of what's inside the book.
The colors, the composition, all of it, the flowers, like it being a cover you can like open and it's a whole page. Like it's a really
the tree curving is like,
yeah,
I love it. The beehive hanging, it's great.
It's a great cover. The Duck World Tour versus Witty and Gritty.
Right. So issue number 3 with the duck and the hot air balloon versus Witty Gritty. Both Chris Faison.
It's a tough one for me.
3, 2, 1. Witty.
The Duck. I have no particular favorite in this one, to be honest.
I like Witty Gritty. Yes, it's, I'm very, very high on that comic. I really like the duck one. I think the colors are great, but I like the, we have a lot of colorful ones. I like the uniqueness of like this isn't a living room. I like the microphone, and just the microphone's pointed at Whitty because he's the main character, by the way. And just like the things in the background, I like the setting of it for sure.
I'm totally fine giving it that one. Like I don't have a preference on either of them, to be honest.
Okay. Oh, this one's tough.
Why is it not showing it complete? It's pissing me off.
Oh, this one's tough, Anne.
It is.
I don't like that you paired these up. I don't like that at all. So it's issue 12, the Minakawa cover A, and then issue 11, the Astro Alien.
Gonna make us like this, and then look up here so you can actually see it better.
That's good. Just leave it. Oh, good. Yes, done. Okay, Minakawa versus Astro Alien. I do have my answer though.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Minakawa.
Minakawa. Yeah. I love the Alien one, Astro Alien one, but the Minakawa to me is just the size differential, the layout, the small plane in the right in front of the face, the big plane in the bottom right corner, the colors of the flames. It's just great.
Yep. I agree. Like there's the composition of it, like just the size of it, and it was kind of like looking. You just think of mindfulness as not like that, right. So it's instantly like this is not what I expected. So it kind of draws you into it.
Yeah,
but like
I do love the alien in the background. It's giving like Signs, the movie vibes of when the alien walks past. In the first time you see them, and Joaquin like goes nuts.
Yep,
it gives me that vibe. But which I love, but yeah, no, Minakawa just is crushed. So, okay.
2 of Kate's Ninja versus Warrior.
Ooh, again, tough. Okay, 3, 2, 1, Ninja.
I like the Warrior just because I can see more of the story of it. So you can see the nephew in the background and like
it's
her
more
in the
simple.
background, and the sword has like the little green whatever it's around it, and he's not touching it, which I feel like if you know the story, like this cover makes so much sense. If you don't know it, you don't really know what it means, but if you know it, then like it makes a lot of sense.
You're so right. And it's more of like a movie poster to me. Like that's a movie poster where like main character middle, side characters behind it, like kind of faded out. It's simpler, and I like that a lot. And I do like he's not touching the sword because he doesn't like to touch the sword, all of that. The ninja, I love skateboarding. I love the setting. I love the background, the palm tree, even like the sun in the background with the airplane going through it. I like the depth or position of the ninja. I think that's a really cool position of that, and the half pipe and the clouds. I just like the vibe of it more.
I like the cover. I like the colors and stuff. I just feel like when it comes to story for me,
sure,
I'm like intriguing. I look at the ninja, I was like, oh, it's going to be a fun story. And the other one is like, there's clearly some tension.
Right. No, you're right. I can see that. I'm not mad at, I'll give that to you. You can have that one. Because like, I'm not mad.
K-Safe is going to be so happy right now.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't doing it for him.
Next one are 2 of Jim's. Farm Fights number 13 and number 17, the Cobra.
3, 2, 1.
Cobra.
It's just so good on the blank background. I'm so happy there's nothing else in the background.
Don't get me wrong. I love the 13 just because I know he's a graphic designer and like I know how this whole process works. But just like thinking of the cover itself, and I'm thinking of like the foils that come with it. Like it's just such a good cover. Speaking of, you pulled a gold of it last night.
I did.
Damn, did that look good?
So good, and it looks so good. It's we've said it before. I think issue 17, the foiling of it. We asked Jim, did you make this cover with the foiling in mind? Because I feel like it's going to crush. Like at the time we hadn't seen it, and I was like, I feel like it's going to be a standout of the foil, and it is. Yep. I just love it. It looks like Jafar when it turned into a serpent in Aladdin. But like, I love the Farm Fights one, the classic like boxing, wrestling posters. that you would like see stapled up or whatever. I really love the design of it. But for the most part, it's words.
Hmm.
You know, the Cobra is just so badass. I love the position, the coiling
Yep.
behind it. It's so good.
Yeah, I like it too. It's really, really good. That was all on going over to cover Bs. I try to match up not super crazy ones, but like also similar ones. So that
Okay.
a lot of them would still kind of make it through, but there might be some.
Okay.
First one is The Dragon by Meg Mayu versus David Mack, the ninja.
3, 2, 1.
The
Ninja.
ninja. Like
Yeah.
that's not.
I
I love the
mean,
Meg Mayu one, but
yep.
like
Love that it's a wraparound or
the
like that.
first time I saw the David Mack one, they showed him, I was like, damn.
Yeah. No, I mean, David Mack is just, he's such an artist, you know, and so is Mayhew, obviously. That's not, none of this is disrespect. But, you know, the watercolor part of it with it's just everything about it is great.
So probably one of a lot of people's favorites.
Yeah.
The next one is the Cobra versus Farm Fights, which is funny. It's both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's the same matchup.
Yeah.
3, 2,
just because they're
1.
both kind of like fighting ones, like, and very different ones from VeeFriends 2, like not something typical at all.
Right.
You can see blood on one of them and stuff, and but I think it's another clear one for me.
3, 2, 1.
Sienkiewicz.
Sienkiewicz. I can't. I have to.
He's just such a big name. And it's so different too from all the other covers. Still, I feel like.
Like, I like the other one. The you know, from Jeff Darrow. Is that?
I think so.
Yeah. It's obviously like brutal, ripping an eye out. You know, all that. So it was like, holy shit! Like they swung for it. I like it. But it's Sienkiewicz, so no question to me.
Gotta go with that one. The next one is cover number B for the Heartbreak and for the Viking.
3, 2, 1. Viking. Yes.
The colors on the Viking I love them.
It's so good. It's so good. The Viking looks phenomenal. The Kraken, like, octopus looking arm tentacle coming up. It's just everything about it. I really, really, really like that one. It's underrated. People don't talk about that cover B a lot, and it's underrated. You ready to break Jay's heart? All right. Cover B of Astro Alien by Jim Rugg, and then cover B of issue 8 of Gary B, also by Jim Rugg. 3, 2, 1. Alien.
It's in so many people's top. It's just it's almost an iconic cover for VeeFriends at this point.
Here's what I'll say. Look at those two. That's from the same artist. Are you kidding? Like, what a chameleon Jim Rugg is. Like, to do the bright, colorful, happy, simplistic Gary B, and then the absolutely like mind-blowing, detailed, like that's the same person is insane.
Yep.
What an absolute legend chameleon of an artist.
It just shows his range and like what he's capable of, which I love.
Just adapting, like, not to, obviously, no pun intended. I really didn't mean it that way, but like, holy shit.
Yeah. So just gonna fit the theme of this very different comics, you know, like just that they need different types of covers. So it was really cool to see that. The next one is going to be a tough one. And I put two together. So I put both robots, happy and sad, versus from comic number 3.
Yeah. This one breaks my heart.
This one is
I know my answer, but it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Andrew. Yeah. Like,
this was like an early favorite of a lot of people, including myself. I just think that the way he laid it out, the VeeFriends in the clouds, the rewriting, the lettering of VeeFriends. I just love the interpretation of the fairy. It's everything about it I really adore. I really like the robot one. I love that it's like the spotlight, the words on the ground is excellent. I love the angry versus happy, because, you know, robot really turned. You got one of those two in this issue. So like, I really, really enjoyed it. And that's why it breaks my heart. But like this that probably would have beat a bunch of other. I hate that it's out in round one, but Andrew Jalan's is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I think what was cool too with the robot is it was the first time they did dual cover Bees. It was kind of very different.
Yeah.
And we had a chance to talk to both of the artists
we
on the
did.
podcast, and both of them were amazing. So it's not about that we don't like any of these. It's just there's just some like took it to the next level.
Yeah.
That one is a tough matchup too. I think I have my answer. It's hard because there's personnel. Like it's always like, do you just look at the cover, or like all the emotions you have to some of these covers?
This one is tough. It's not.
Yeah.
Again, this one hurts, but I think I have my answer.
For the listeners, we're looking at the Minakawa one and the Kind Warrior one.
The Minakawa by Attack Peter, which is like a unique style. It was like a carving and all this stuff. It's really cool. It's black and white. You got the airplanes in there and all that. The other is the Kind Warrior by Tom Scioli, the no nip cover, which it's become famously known as.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Minakawa.
See, I'm going Warrior. I like the Warrior. I like the vibe of it. I like the Minakawa. Here's what I like. The Minakawa head is like stubby to me, and the proportion feels like off. And I feel like if I don't know. This is completely like I have no artistic ability at all, and yet I'm like I wish the head was like shaped differently or something. But I love the wraparound. I love the black and white of it. I love the airplanes flying in it, and I love the uniqueness of it. But the constellations of the Kind Warrior, like it looks like star constellations, those dots in the background, the retro feel, the upside down heart as the A. Again, they changed the I love the lettering of it. And they made, Tom made the Kind Warrior huge and badass. So I'm okay putting Minakawa forward. I really am.
I'm okay either way. I think I like both similar. I think Minakawa, Kind Warrior, just because of the whole nipple situation. Like that's like pushes it a little bit forward. That's just it's an inside thing that a lot of people will like in 10 years have no clue what that actually means or what it is. But it's always going to be like we also like we were there with DJ when he did it, and like just having that moment is always going to be something we're going to talk about it, and like 20 years from now, remember that at National when he did that. Here's
what I'll say. Let's put through Minakawa because it is like the most unique. It's like the most unique to that artist. Kind Warrior at the end of the day is a big buff dude with a sword and a shield, and I really, really like it. I really do. It was my choice, but uniqueness I wouldn't call it wildly unique where the Minakawa is.
I agree. The next two are very similar for me, and I don't have a clear favorite. It's Witty and Gritty, number 16, and then number 18, Shell's Kitchen.
Okay.
Both artists I didn't know really before. For me, they're very similar styles for some reason when I look at them. There's some difference, but I don't have I guess
I have my answer. Like I know what I'm picking, but
okay.
3, 2, 1.
2, 1. Witty Gritty.
Yeah. Again, a little bit biased because of the comic. To be frank, I like Chris Fazen's versions of the characters more. And I forgot his name, but this is the guy who did Bob Burger animation. So I really like it. It's very similar to the cover A. It's just like them hanging out in a room. But the Shell's Kitchen, again, it's like, it's good. I like it. I don't, I like DJ's more. I think it's,
I think while I like Witty Gritty a little bit more, because like it seems so like hand drawn to me, and I like that style of it.
Okay.
Just like it being like,
you're right.
You think it looks almost like a sketch cover, if you didn't know.
Right.
I think that's
a really good call out.
That's really... why I think it pushes it a little bit over for me compared to Shell's Kitchen.
Okay.
Listen, there was nothing left. Okay, like I know.
Doggy Daycare by Agnes, and then Jay Lee, Motivated Monster. 3, 2, 1. Move Jay Lee along. I really like Agnes's. It's very similar and busy to like the other one because you have to fit so many characters in. And it's like they really shared the screen and screen time or page time, whatever you want to call it. So you can't just not have some of the characters there. I like the layout, walking into that event and the hiding of the bone gun and all of that stuff. It's nice, but Jay Lee's is just next level. I have a poster of it behind my head. Like it's so distinctly Jay Lee.
What I like too is like they couldn't be more opposite, and they're both covers from VeeFriends. Just like the range that VeeFriends is okay with, like that these characters are very different, and some of these stories are going to be very different. That they're okay with like some of it being more on the childish kiddie side, and some are like very mature. Like I like that matchup because they're so different. Like if you would show these two things and you would take the VeeFriends away, most people would not think that these are from the same universe necessarily, which makes it really, really cool.
It is, yeah. Okay. Do you want to stay in this corner or go back to the beginning? All right, we're going back to the beginning.
Okay, cover ace.
Again, another Kate matchup.
Dragon versus Heartbreak. 3.
3, 2, 1.
Heartbreak.
Really? I was going to go Dragon for the same.
I love the color and the Heartbreak. There's the yellow with a bluish purple. It's just.
I don't think I'm going to give you this one. I think I'm going to draw.
I'm okay giving you this one. There's no like.
Because it's just like, these are our two characters. They're looking so defiant. They're determined to do it. It's very representative of the story. I like sometimes less is more. Here's the two characters, the underdogs, staring down what they need to do, looking at it with intensity. I really like it. Again, that's more of like a movie poster, and I like the composition of it, but like I don't know 3 of the characters on there. Like I know they're part of it, but like if I'm taking that into consideration, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I just like the Dragon one, and I think enough to where I'm gonna battle you on it.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
They're very similar to me. Robot versus Gary B.
Yeah, DJ's Robot. Chris Faison. We're in cover A's again. Robot and Gary B. 3, 2, 1. Robot. Yeah.
Again, there's like so much. Maybe also because like we talked to Chris too, but like we talk with DJ about the cover a little bit, like little insights, what's on the cover. Like it just gives me a little bit more. And again, for me, color is such an important piece of like what a comic looks like. And like I look at it and like I instantly am drawn to it.
Yeah.
So, Witty Gritty versus Minakawa.
3, 2, 1.
Minakawa.
Yeah. Again, it hurts, but Minakawa is just so good.
Yeah. Kind Warrior versus Cobra.
3, 2, 1.
Cobra. It's just such a.
It's so good.
Go.
Whoa!
It's so good.
That I'm gonna make it the size of the screen. Okay. Cover B's.
These are gonna get tough.
Ugh.
That's a really tough one.
It's David Max Ninja and Bill Sienkiewicz's farm fights. Golly, this is tough. 3, 2, 1. I still gotta go Ninja. Yeah. I don't want, it's not that I don't want to. It's just so hard to go against a Sienkiewicz cover. I don't feel good about it. I feel dirty. Sienkiewicz should not be out in round 2. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just such a. Also, like not just for us, but I've seen so many people just like resonate with this cover. I think also the contrast of like the black and then the focus on it. It's just also so different. The watercolor. Don't get me wrong, like Sienkiewicz is very different too, and it's his name. But if you just look at the cover and you take away the names, what are you picking? And for me, people are going to be drawn more to that. I'm drawn more to that.
He's such a legend. He's such a legend in comics. So it's crazy. Like David Mack's a name, but Bill Sienkiewicz is like a legend.
Sorry, Bill. It's gonna be brilliant.
All right, so we got Viking, Jim Offwood's Viking, and Jim Ruggs, Astro Alien, 3, 2, 1.
Alien.
Astro Alien.
It's I love the Viking, and it's still a hard decision for me because they're so different. But like
all of these hurt at this point.
Yeah,
they just do.
The Minakawa versus the Andrew one.
The Andrew Jalan issue number 3, 3, 2, 1. Jalan, yeah.
These are going to be really tough at the end.
For our listeners, Anne made a face. Like,
I love the Minakawa, but like,
I know.
I love Andrew's art. It's just something about that just speaks to me. No, I'm making.
Yeah, we both do now. This is Witty Gritty versus Jay Lee Monster. 3, 2, 1. Monster.
Waiting for anybody. I'm making that decision on my own.
Yeah.
It's this final round on the cover beast is gonna be brutal.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yes.
All right.
They're gonna be
down to the Elite 8. So we got
make it smaller.
Kate Wendell's Driven Dragon, cover A, and DJ Kaufman's Rare Robot. 3, 2, 1.
Robot. So it's just such a
elite.
Yeah. And again, also knowing there's still the robot cover out there with a ticket on it.
Ugh.
When that comes out,
I'm hoarding several robots. And I'd like to think that I have it, but I probably don't. All right. Next is issue 12, Minakawa, and issue 17, Confident Cobra. 3, 2, 1.
Cobra.
Minakawa.
Really? Oh,
yes.
Like
all of these hurt at this point, and these are all tough decisions. I just feel that way about the Minakawa cover. But these are both that we have called out, and for different reasons. Like they both look spectacular in foiling. The Cobra for its simplistic zero background, and the Minakawa because it's, close up and filled, and the grandiosity. Grandiosity.
You know what we're talking about.
The scale of it is big. So we need to argue and figure out something.
I'm trying to think of like, not just like looking at the art, but like if I look at both of them and I see the character, what am I more drawn to? The Cobra doesn't give me anything of the story. It just says Confident Cobra, and there's a Cobra that goes like this. Right. Versus the Minakawa, again, it's the mindful Minakawa, but then it's this giant that looks kind of mean, and is like, what is happening here, and why is like. So it intrigues me more of wanting to figure out what's the story versus the other one. So I'm gonna go with.
You let me have it.
Yep.
Let's go. Who says Germans can't compromise?
This is a tough one.
This might be the toughest one of all, if I'm being completely honest.
No, the next one is gonna be.
Okay. So now we have David Mack's Ninja and Jim Ruggs' Astro Alien.
I don't know. I don't know. For different reasons.
3, 2. You have to just say whatever comes to mind. 3, 2, 1. Alien.
Astro. Yeah. Astro Alien. I love color-wise the David Mack, but if I do the same reasoning as we just did, if I look at the Astro Alien, I want to know more.
I don't know how he did the earth in the background. It is so appealing to me. And then the reflection off I just feel like the details on that are just so, and then and like creativity of the reflection to me is so, like, to me, it's just elite. And to me, like, not that it was like, no question, it's the most hesitance I had, but at the end, I didn't have to. Like, seeing them side by side, I just know that that's the one I like more.
Two of my absolute favorites. This is me.
We have the Andrew Drillon issue number 3 and Jay Lee Motivated Monster. 3, 2, 1.
Monster.
This
I,
was not as hard a decision as the last one to me.
I just don't like to make that decision. It's just like I love them both so much. Like if I probably had to pick my favorite covers, I would probably pick these two.
I want to
Like,
just take a second though to really give you flowers of you really being mindful when you pronounce both. You really have been saying the th more and more, and I know
no, we don't get the Bills partnership.
you have been making an effort to say the th, and I've noticed.
I haven't.
You have, because you just did it, and I'm proud of you.
Not consciously.
Yes,
I just say it enough.
Even better that it's not conscious, because then it's already seeping into the subconscious, and you are now just becoming more American every day. Yay. Just what you wanted. All right. Now we have DJ Kaufman's Robot and the Minakawa
Semi-finals.
We're in the final four.
We're picking the favorite cover A and the favorite cover B. This is really hard. So Robot against Minakawa. It's so hard to not also put in like the story of it.
3, 2, 1.
Robot. It's just like I can also not help not think of like DJ made it. I love DJ's art. Like there is
you can't not put DJ in the finals.
Yeah, and also like he knows this universe so well. So he puts so much like Easter eggs and details in these things. And I was like, you just look at it and it's DJ and it's VeeFriends at its purest form. Like it's just, it had to be.
All right, cover B side is Jim Ruggs, Astro Alien, and Jay Lee's Motivated Monster, and Anne looks sad.
I'm like, we might have to argue about this one.
Anne looks so sad and conflicted. She does not want to answer this question.
I mean, it's hard and it's easy at the end of the day for me.
3, 2, 1.
Monster.
Astro.
This one we're gonna have to fight it out.
Okay.
I will not let that one easy go. It is literally probably my favorite cover B, if I have to pick one.
I mean, that's essentially it's fighting for the best cover, your favorite, the favorite cover B.
Yep.
And I hear you. But for all the things that we have said about the Astro Alien, the Earth, the reflection, the uniqueness, the creativity, the absolute, if you bring the man into the conversation, of seeing how the person who made Cobra and Gary B made that cover of the
going closer so we actually can talk about them in detail while we fight about them. Listen, it's a beautiful cover, and I love Jim, and I love the detail. I love the Earth and the VeeFriends. It's an amazing cover. There's no doubt about it. But hear me out.
I'll hear you out, but then you have to hear me out on some points I have.
This was the first time we could see how different VeeFriends can be. Everybody was worried that VeeFriends would be such a kiddie version and the comics would be like this. And you see this and it's like I was shocked the first time seeing it. I was like, this is so not what I expected. And that's why I love it so much. Not just that VeeFriends allows themselves to be different, but also allows the cover artists to just take it to where they want to take it and go like really dark and like not dirty with it, but like really dark with it too. Like it's gonna attract some very different people than a lot of the other comics have. Like people look at this and will, no offense, will take VeeFriends a little bit more serious than some of the other covers that are just more childish, more kiddie. That's what people always like. People who are not into VeeFriends, that's what they're complaining about. It's a child's comic. That's what they see when they see it, because a lot of the characters are still the serious too kind of cutesy character. You look at this and you're like, I want to learn. Like for me, it's going to be one of the covers that's going to draw on people who might have some hesitations around VeeFriends.
It's a Hall of Fame cover. There's no denying that. That's why it's in the position it's in. and all the things you're saying, you're right. And I have here the poster of it, and it's even more beautiful in this size. Here's what I'll say. His left arm is 3 times the size, 3 times longer than his right arm. It kind of bugs me. Very minimally. His left leg, that knee to the foot ratio, like the proportions are wild. And it's distracting a little bit to me, but that's not a criticism of someone's art, because I am no one and I have no artistic ability. I could never do this. And this is an outstanding, like, it really is a mood setter and does set the tone for it accurately, describes the tone of the book. So everything you're saying is right. And Jay Lee is so distinctive. Like the points of the trees, like if you look at his other art, it's just so distinctive. The way that like it points up into like, I just can't describe it other than that. Like it's just so good. And it's so distinctly him.
I will also say it's the only cover so far where the cat has
The
different
cat
eyes.
is not there. You're grasping.
Not the bottom one. The cat has different eyes.
Oh.
Number 5. That's the only issue that has that.
I got you.
So
I
it's
thought
a
you were
little
saying
special
this
thing
down here that you
Okay.
try to claim is the
I mean,
cat.
that too.
It's not a cat. I mean, I don't know what else I can say.
It's both of our favorite covers. It's like I can't make the decision. I can't make the decision. Like I know which one I'm choosing. I have a really hard time giving this to you.
You've given me the last 2 of the dragon and the Minakawa.
But that's not the same.
I agree, but I will give you this one because I'm not mad at this, but I do disagree.
Jim, I love you. I really love your cover, but it's like, it's just.
Jim, I tried.
And all of you out there can hate me too. I don't care.
What's that?
And everybody out there can hate me too if they like the other one better.
We'll let the chat decide. We'll let comments decide. And then we will see when you post this bracket on X how the response is. All right. Finals is DJ Kaufman's Robot and Jay Lee's Monster. 3, 2, 1.
Monster. I think we have really great cover A's, but we have too many good cover B's that even if it would have been Jim's would have won. I love the Robot, but some of the cover B's we have in VeeFriends are just outstanding.
And like the cover B is supposed to be, like the alt covers, not that they're supposed to be better. They're supposed to be like different. There's a bigger swing. Like there should be universal appeal on cover A, and then like a distinctive difference on the cover B. And then the ones that we ruled out right away, your Witty Gritties, your Doggy Day, they were too similar to me to the cover A to be like, you know what I mean? Like they were just there. So, but I think that this cover A, DJ's cover A of the Robot would beat a lot of cover B's, but I do agree that I think that whether it was Jim's or Jay Lee's, I think that it was going to take the crown.
Yeah, I will go like this. I'll let them both win.
No, that's not how this works, Anne.
I don't give a shit. We make our own rules. I'll make the rules.
Put the Robot in there too, because it is the best cover A or our favorite. It is the best cover A. Collectively, we both agree that it is our favorite cover A.
Yep.
So shout out to DJ Kaufman, the captain.
Yep. And again,
all right,
Jim is working there too, and Jim is one of the best cover B's. Like it's just, I think that there's a difference of like people also work for the IP, just knowing the characters so well, and like also knowing.
I'm marveled at Jim Rugg's talent for being able to do such wildly different covers. Yep. So, okay.
This was fun.
That was a lot of fun. although a lot of it hurt my soul. This is a way too long of an episode.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Get over it, people.
And we'll work her magic. Sign us off.
My name is Anne. This is Tom, and we are Is It Canon? Read more comics, please. Like, I know we always say that, but
Subscribe. Sorry, didn't mean to
send
cut
it
you off.
to your mom, your dad, postal worker, best friends. You know, all the people you know.
Co-workers.
Yeah.
your
Especially
boss.
if you know people who actually read comics, send it to them. We want to hear from them if they actually like VeeFriends. It's not just like new people we want to get in, but also like
That's right.
if somebody who's actually reading comics, what do they feel about it? Do
That's
they
right.
feel like we are there yet when it comes to the stories? We feel like it, but we also love VeeFriends, so I feel like we're a little preconceived
Right.
about. Yeah. So
All right. Subscribe, comment, share. Thank you all for listening and rocking with us this long.